Hello and warm greetings. Every time we unite as a country to celebrate the life of the late Archbishop Janan Luwum, I find myself intrigued by quite a number of questions. These questions are both religious and political in nature. I ask myself one singular question: the role of a religious leader in the democratic process and good governance of a country. Should only our religious leaders sit over and watch as the government violates the fundamental rights of its citizens, as many are arrested without trial, as many are killed in cold blood, as the government runs kangaroo courts, as many of our people are in exile because of human rights concerns, as our military is subjected to useless wars, and a vast majority of them losing their lives, as our country is held up in a huge debt burden, as we invest in sham roads that get destroyed 3 years after their completion, as our corruption index is the highest in the region, and as our civic space shrinks day in and day out. We have all the reasons to ask ourselves, what would be the life of Janan Luwum if he lived amongst us today? Would he sit there and also start organizing virginity contests like the Archbishop Kazimba Mugalu has been organizing? Would he also sit and start marrying and divorcing and marrying and divorcing, just like quite a number of pastors are doing around the country? Would he also, maybe in a way, ask the government to give him security personnel to be guarded and kept safe? Would the late Archbishop Janan Luwum sit over the pulpit and request for a state house vehicle to drive him comfortably over our poor road network in the countrysides and in the city center? What exactly would be the role of Janan Luwum if he had the opportunity to live with us? And by the way, when we reflect on this, we also ask ourselves, what would be the situation if the current religious leaders lived under the regime of Idi Amin Dada? What would happen if Pastor Bujingo, Pastor Kakande, the Archbishop Kazimba Mugalu, Bishop Kalistus Rubalamila, and quite a number of religious leaders, if they truly lived under the regime of Idi Amin Dada and behaved like the way they behave today? Would there be a reason for Idi Amin Dada to execute them? What would be the approach of Jesus Christ in the face of injustice. And what exactly is it that tells us who the true religious leader is? And the wolf that's talked about in the gospel. We can't stop but to reflect on. Mine is a duty to think, and at the right time to act. Thank you.